showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. It's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the AFC East Shakedown on the Mafia Sports Report Network. I'm your host, Tommy, and joining me today is nobody. Oh, man, Tommy once again is riding solo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our good buddy Juan is sick, and Trevor's on vacation, and Captain D is in Loveland, and the Jets fan, he's nowhere to be found ever. So today, the AFC Shakedown Roundtable. It's just me. I am the roundtable. Man, guys, this season for the Mafia Sports Report in general has not been good. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm shooting from the hip here. I'm being honest. It's like the Buffalo Bills, man. So much potential. And so many letdowns. So much letdown. Guys, it's like the Bills. Like I said, it's like injuries, girlfriends. I can't win. But I'm here because I will always be here. And let me say what's up to the chat. Let's see here. Joey Hatch, what up? The angry Buffalo sports fan laughing at me. Jose in the house. They didn't activate Matt Barkley. Josh is starting. Yes, he is. What up, Jose? We are good. Yeah, man. Hey, for the most part, y'all know I'm always here, man. And if I'm not here, I will make sure that somebody's here. But 99.9% of the time, I'm here. So let's dive right into the AFC East Week 9 results. Dolphins at Chicago. 35-32. Miami wins. Let me get to this here. Joey, is that a good decision to start Josh? We don't need him getting hurt, even worse than not being there for the playoffs. So, yeah, I'm going to get to that, Joey. But listen, this kind of injury that Josh has is going to be a season. It's going to be one of those things that just bothers him throughout the season. It's going to be there. I don't think he can really make it worse. I got to be honest with you. I think this is something that is going to just kind of be there and kind of bother him a little bit. But I don't think it's as bad as everybody thought. Remember, we're all outsiders here. We have no idea. I'm not Josh Allen, right? You're not Josh. I have no idea how bad it is, how much, in pain that he is. He may not be as much pain as everyone initially thought. Listen, he did heave like a 70-yard pass on the hit Gabe Davis in stride, and Gabe Davis didn't come up with a catch. I'm just saying. So I don't think it's as bad as everybody initially thought. He was at practice, I believe, yesterday without a brace on. He had like tape or something like that. So I don't think it's as bad as everyone initially said, and I don't think we should be overly concerned if he plays, which he's going to. Listen, man, Josh knows his body better than anyone. It's his body, right? So I don't think he's that much of an idiot to put himself in harm's way. if he didn't feel fine. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. That's how I see it. We're going to be talking more about this at 8:30 because I'm coming right back on here, guys, at 8:30 for a Bill show, Backdoor Bills Talk, which is once again not my show, but I am filling in because the guy whose show it is, which is Jason Malloy, can't make it. So, by the way, that show is now going to be every Monday after tonight because that's the night Jason can go live. He promises he'll be here. Listen, guys, all I could do is what I do, man. So we'll see. 7 o'clock, he says he's going to be doing these shows. So, anyways, back to the AFC Shakedown show. Dolphins, Bears, 35-32, Miami wins. Man, I am surprised how bad the Dolphins defense has been playing the last, 3 weeks. They've been bad. Thank God for them. Their offense is doing good. And I'm a little surprised. I won't lie to you. Tua came back and he's played well. He's played very well. The Dolphins receivers are very tough guards. And defenses just cannot, except for Buffalo, cannot lock them both down. So in this game, Tua, 21 of 30, 302, average of 10 yards a throw, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He had a very good game. Jeff Wilson, the new running back they just traded for, 9 carries, 51 yards, 5.7 average. Good game for him. Tyreek Hill, 7 receptions, 143 yards, 20 yards a catch, 1 touchdown. Waddle, 5 catches, 85 yards, 17 yards a catch, 1 touchdown. And Jeff Wilson, 3 receptions, 21 yards, 7 yards a carry, 7 yards a reception, 1 touchdown. Yeah, man. But I will say this for Justin Fields, didn't have a great passing day, 17 of 28, 123, but he did have 3 touchdowns. And then he also had 1 rushing touchdown, and which is rushing 15 carries, 178 yards at 11.9 average with a touchdown. I mean, the Dolphins defense was atrocious. They cannot stop Justin Fields. And I think Justin Fields is whatever. I really don't. I don't like him as a quarterback. I just don't know what's going on with the Dolphins defense. They have shit the bed. They're bad. You lock that. Listen, you got if you could play decent defense against the Dolphins, I think you could beat them easily if you got a decent offense. Their defense, I have no idea what happened. Jose, I bet my home the Vikings are in shock. I bet they put so much time in the film room for Keenum. Yeah, I know. I mean, are you really? I mean, are they in shock? I mean, I kind of had a feeling Allen was going to play. I'll be honest with you. There's an article out there that says Brandon Beane called OBJ. Yeah, I saw that. He did. So apparently they did talk on the phone. So that's going to be interesting. I have a feeling he will sign with Buffalo. I do. I think he's going to play. I think OBJ will sign unless he gets a deal, a multi-year deal somewhere else. I don't see why he wouldn't sign with Buffalo. Joey, Chicago's been playing tough the last couple of weeks. Took Dallas at the end of the game to beat them. Yeah, but listen, man, I still don't like the quarterback. Their defense is all right. I'll give them credit. They've been playing a little better on offense, but the Dolphins' defense has been bad the last few weeks. I mean, look, if you look back against the Lions, they were in a hole quick. I mean, that was week 8, 31-27. I mean, they barely beat the Lions, and the Lions are terrible. So, no, man, trust me. The Dolphins' defense has gotten really bad. I don't know what happened, but they better figure that out because they can't keep giving up 27 points, 30 points a game and expect to win like that, especially if they're trying to go get in the playoffs or go deep in the playoffs. It's not going to work. Just not going to happen because they're going to play better defenses down the road that won't allow them to go off the way they've been going off on offense. Just not going to happen. I mean, listen, Buffalo played them perfectly, except for the one big pass to Waddle. I mean, I think Hill was under 50 yards or something like that. Waddle barely had 100 yards, and that's because it was like a 45-yard deep bomb that we kind of messed up on. Other than that, we held them down. So I you play a decent defense, a good defense. The Dolphins might be in big trouble if they're going against a better offense. Just being honest with you. Next game, and a game where a coach got fired. Right? Pretty much. Colts and the Patriots. Patriots won 26-3. I mean, they whipped them up. Frank Reich got fired. I wonder where Frank Reich's gonna go. Like I wouldn't mind him in Buffalo if he came as like I don't know, like some kind of assistant coach or something, just for the rest of the season. He's a really smart coach, man. I just think he made some terrible decisions as a head coach, especially with the quarterback position. I mean, that's what got him fired ultimately. Bringing in too many veteran quarterbacks doesn't work in this league. You gotta draft a quarterback at some point, unless you sign a really young quarterback. But cycling through veteran quarterbacks, that was a disaster. You could just see the writing on the wall, and Frank Reich was out the door week 2. Let's be honest with you. I think they were actually talking to Jeff Saturday for the past 3 weeks, which is a really weird thing, by the way, that they wouldn't have an interim head coach that was already on the team. That's so strange by the Colts. I don't understand what the Colts are doing. Anyways, 26-3. And let's look at the stats real quick on that one, guys. So obviously the Colts did nothing. So the Patriots, Mac Jones, a little bit better of a game, 20 of 30, 147. Still nothing to write home about. 4.9 average per throw. That's awful. I got to tell you guys, that's really bad. Rushing, Stevenson, he's their workhorse, man. 15 carries, 60 yards, 4.0 average. But it's their defense. Their defense is what won them the game ultimately, because their offense, I still say, stinks. And the Colts are just a really bad team. Their rookie there, Ellinger, 15 to 29, 103, 3.6 average, 1 interception. Bad. I do not know what's going on with their team over there in Colts. They didn't have Jonathan Taylor. He was hurt that game, so that might have played a factor as well. But just bad. The Patriots are going against some bad teams, and it's helping them lately. They are winning some games here because they're playing against some bad teams. Though they beat the Jets last week, who beat the Buffalo Bills, which we're going to get to now. Joey, he did a good job with the winning record with the shit quarterback. She did a lot of quarterback. Frank Reich had to use it. Not pretty. Yeah, Frank Reich, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. I still think he's a good coordinator. I'll be honest with you. Listen, Frank Reich will get another opportunity to be a head coach somewhere down the line, but I think he's going to have to be a coordinator again. Kind of like Leslie Frazier. You know what I mean? He's going to have to go through that route again of being an OC somewhere. Somebody will hire him. He's a good coach, man. He is. He just made some poor decisions on who he brung in. All right, so let's get to it. Bills, Jets. I already talked about this a million times, but let's dive right back into it. Bills at the Jets. We lost 20-17. Listen, guys, it was a shit performance overall. I said it out. I said it post game. I said it Monday. The team the last 2 weeks, Buffalo, has been atrocious. I don't know what it is after bye weeks. After bye weeks, we play bad. I don't get it. We did the same thing last season. Came after a bye week. We played the Miami Dolphins. We look like shit. We barely won, just like the Green Bay game, right? And then we played Jacksonville, and we lost 96. Just like this season, we barely, I mean, I don't know if we barely beat Green Bay, but it was a terrible second half. If Green Bay was any better, they would have made a game out of that last week, the previous week. Then we play the Jets. Come on, man. We're better than the Jets. We are. I don't care if we lost to them last week or not. We are a better team. And we lost 20-17. And for as much as, as bad as the Buffalo Bills defense has been against the run the last 2 weeks against Green Bay and against the Jets, giving up 20, listen, we only gave up 20 points. It's a winnable game, man. Winnable game. We scored 3 points in the second half. Same thing that we did in against Green Bay. 3 points. It's unacceptable. We're supposed to have a high-powered offense. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, right? Dawson Knox, Isaiah McKenzie, right? Khalil Shakir. We have good weapons, man. James Cook, we drafted a speed guy, right? Devin Singletary. I mean, we have weapons. We score 17 points, 3 in the second half. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable, man. And I got to say, man, the O-line is atrocious. The O-line is what scares me on this team. Everything else is fine. I'll be real with you guys. Everything else is correctable. The missed tackles, the bad missed tackling the last 2 weeks, we could fix that. That could be fixed. Trust me, it can, because this isn't something that's happened since week 1, right? This is like bad tackling since after the bye week. We didn't have this problem, before the bye week. We were the number 1 team against the rush. Now all of a sudden we can't stop the run. Like that just doesn't happen. That's a bye week garbage. I have no idea what happened. So I don't want to hear about we're this terrible run defense. We are number 1 in the league. I don't know what we are now. Probably not number 1 in the league, but I guarantee we're still probably top 5 somewhere. So the tackling can be fixed. The run defense can be fixed. And you got to remember, too, we've had players out, and I'm not trying to make excuses. However, when you got guys out like Matt Milano, who is a total dog in this league, and everybody knows it. This isn't just me as a Bills fan, rooting up my guys, making them sound better because they play for the Bills. Anybody knows Matt Milano is an absolute dog. And when he's not on the field, yes, I can make that kind of excuse that we are not the same kind of defense when we're missing players like Matt Milano, players like Jordan Poyer. When we got 2 young dudes in the safety position, and I like them, but let's be real. They're young guys. DeMar Hamlin, 2nd year. Jaquan Johnson, I believe it's his 3rd. I mean, Jaquan Johnson is not, listen, I love him. He's from the U. He's not a starter. He's not. He's a good player. He's a good quality player. Good guy to come in for a couple plays, right? If or a game or two. Let's say it's, Jordan Poyer gets hurt or whatever, it's fine. But for a season, man, he's not capable of starting. I mean, I don't think so. And looking at Jordan Poyer's elbow, they had some pictures and video. It's worse than I thought. It is bad. That elbow injury is bad for Poyer, guys. I hate to tell you that. Y'all talking about Josh Allen. Poyer's the one that you should be concerned about. Poyer's the guy with this. I mean, go look at the pictures. Go look at the video. That is not right. That thing looks like really bad. And if you want to rest somebody, Poyer's probably the guy that should be out for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And you just got Dean Marlowe back, right? A guy that's familiar with the defense. It's been here. He was here, I believe, for 3 seasons under McDermott, under Frazier. You got to put him in. You got to put him in with Hamlin. Got to have that veteran. Can't have Jaquan Johnson back there anymore. I hate to say it. Can't do it. But either way, even with all that being said, our defense is still doing this bend, don't break, which is fine. And our offense should score more than 17 points. Guys, come on, man. Number 1 offense in the league going into that game. And we scored 3 points in the second half, 17 total. Unacceptable, man. That lies on McDermott. That lies on Ken Dorsey. 100%. And that O-line is, listen, we brought in Cromer, who's one of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL, right? One of the best. He still can't fix this offensive line. It won't happen, guys. I hate to tell you that. Can they play a little better than what they've been? Sure. But I'm being honest with you. How much better? Probably not a ton. Listen, man. Brandon Bean keeps putting Band-Aids on this offensive line. It's not working, man. The blood is gushing out at this point. The blood is gushing out, and the Band-Aids won't hold anymore. I'm not worried. We usually beat the Vikings, yeah. Not only that, guys, but defenses are now getting to Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is starting to take hits. And you saw that last week. And that's why we're talking about Josh Allen's elbow now, right? The line blocked a little better. Give him a little bit more time. Everybody's worried about Josh Allen taking off running and taking hits when he's running. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about when he's in the pocket getting smashed. On a hit he doesn't see coming, right? At least when he's running, he knows the hit's coming. He braces himself. It's the ones that you don't see are the ones that are the most dangerous. And that's what it's been for Allen. Look at all the injuries, right? That, since he's been a quarterback here, right? Usually with his arm, right? So his rookie season, he got sandwiched, I believe. I forget what game it was. Maybe Pittsburgh. I don't remember the game. But he got sandwiched and messed his elbow up, messed his shoulder up or his elbow. I'm telling you, man, like this offensive line is going to they're going to start getting Allen hurt. And they already have. They already have multiple times. And that's on Bean, man. That's on Bean 100%. That is Bean's responsibility to protect your quarterback. He's your $250 million man. He's your franchise quarterback. And you're giving him fucking Bobby Hart, man. You're giving him an old Roger Saffold. Listen, I was happy when Saffold came. I was. He was a very good offensive lineman in this league. But the writing's on the wall at this point. He is an aging offensive lineman who is not the same. And he has not looked good this season. Deion Dawkins is our best lineman, and he constantly makes critical mistakes in games, late in games or on critical drives. It's like the story of Deion Dawkins. And I love Deion Dawkins, but he continues to make boneheaded, stupid mistakes, man. That Jets game, Allen dropped a beautiful pass to Diggs. Diggs caught a beautiful pass. He made a beautiful catch, and it was called back as a holding. Set the whole drive backwards, man. It's the whole drive backwards. It still swelled up and went down. It looks bad, bro. Without Jordan Poyer in the lineup, teams eat up our secondary. Yeah, but it's not as... Listen, we're still giving up very minimal points, man. Thanks, Jose. But... Yeah, man. I mean, I don't... Like I said, man. Let me keep going down the line. Mitch Morse, an aging center. I'm not saying he's playing terrible, but he's not. He's not playing great either. Ryan Bates, right guard. I like Ryan Bates. I do. But is he the answer at right guard? Not really. No. I like Ryan Bates as he's a great player to have when a player goes down because he can fill any position on the line. But is he a starting right guard? Probably not. Then you got right tackle Spencer Brown, who's always hurt. And I like Spencer Brown. I think he has a good upside. But if he can't stay healthy, he can have all the upside in the world. But if he's never on the field, what's that do to you? What's that do? What's that good for? Questenberry's a good fill-in. But he's all right. He's okay. And this is where we're at. We have an okay line. And when they don't play good, they're below average. I mean, it's bad, guys. It's bad. Like, that's our problem. We can keep pointing at other things. Running back, right? Isaiah McKenzie. That's not the problem. The offensive line's the real problem. If you're going to point at a problem, that's the reason. Josh, guys, no time. We can't run the ball for anything. We can't. Doesn't matter who we go and get because they cannot block. Can't. And now they can't pass block all of a sudden. That's why I was worried if Allen didn't play. I said this last week. I said if Allen doesn't play, we're in a lot of fucking trouble because Case Keenum is no Allen. Case Keenum cannot get out of the pocket like Allen and create a play on his own. That's not what he does. It's not Case Keenum. Case Keenum would need some time to pass. That's something Josh Allen doesn't really need. He's good at getting out of harm's way for the most part. Case Keenum is no Allen, man. Right? And that would really worry me if Case Keenum had to play 2 or 3 games. We're a 6-2 ball club. We could easily, if Allen missed 2 or 3 games, easily lose the next 2 or 3 if this offensive line can't block for Case Keenum. So that 6-2 goes to 6-5. That's bad. Guys, we need Allen in there. He's going to have to play through some pain. If y'all want to see the playoffs, Allen's going to have to play through this injury. He's just going to have to, man. Joey, in this Josh Allen injury, they need to get more of a 50-50 offense so Josh doesn't have to throw so many times. The game to his elbow doesn't hurt. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Joey, I just been telling you about the offensive line. Listen, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I wish it'd be 50-50. Shit, bro. I wish it would be 70-30. They can't run block. It's not happening. We talk about this every season, guys. And it's not happening until they address the offensive line. Like, you cannot keep putting Band-Aids on something that's, bro, the wound is huge. There's no more they're not working. It's so frustrating as a Bills fan to watch that offensive line. It really is. Bro, it's so bad because if the offensive line was even good, I don't even want a great offensive line. Fine, just give me a good one. We would be so much better, guys. The run would be so much better. Joey, you would get that close to that 50-50. But if they're not blocking right, you think Ken Dorsey's going to continue to try to run it if our running backs are getting nailed in the backfield? It's like giving up a play. You might as well just take away a down. It's the same thing, right? 1 yard's not doing it, right? A 1 yard carry, a negative carry, right? Just not doing it, man. The offensive line stinks. There's no other way. And by the way, I used to preach, like, we're built for the outside. Run to the outside more. The offensive line, they do better when they're blocking on the outside. They that's what they do. Their athleticism, they can get to the outside. They can create some blocks from there. Now that's not even happening. Can't even get to the outside. We can't do any. We can't. You ever see our screen game, guys? We don't run screens because our offensive line can't block. Right? When's the last screen you saw that was successful? Very few that we do. Very few. We don't run them because they don't trust the offensive line. That's so sad, man. Because think about it. Teams are blitzing. That would be the perfect time to, like, get a screen pass going, right? Nope. We don't do that. Because the offensive line can't block. It's bad, bro. So bad. We are undefeated after bye weeks, Dwight, but we also play like shit. We do. Go back and look. You remember the Dolphin game last season? It was terrible. Do you remember the game after the Dolphins game against the Jaguars when we lost 9-6? Terrible. So, yeah, we may be winning under McDermott after the bye weeks, but that doesn't mean the team's prepared. That doesn't mean whatever the fuck they were doing at the bye week didn't affect how they played coming after the bye week. It's been atrocious. Like, honestly, like what? Okay, tell me what happened to the defense. All of a sudden, they can't stop the run. They were great against the run, right? All the way up to the bye week. All of a sudden, now they lost their ways. I don't know. Tackling. They totally don't know how to tackle. They all want to shoulder block. They all want to shoulder tackle. What's going on? Like, that's on coaching too. And I'm really hoping that this week in practice, they did some tackling. They worked on their tackling because it's been really bad. And you can't have missed tackles. You can't have a guy in the backfield -5 yards with 3 Buffalo Bills players on him, and he still winds up getting positive yards out of it. Can't happen. Cannot happen. Anyways, I'm going to be going through this with Mikey at 8:30. Some more Bills talk, previewing the Vikings game. So, guys, jump on at 8:30 because I'll be on with Mikey. And we're really going to depth on this Bills team and how we feel, because I'm trying to cover every team today. All right. The Boo This Man Award. Guys, this isn't going to be a long show because I'm solo, and it's not as fun as obviously when I have Trevor and Juan on, Captain D. So I apologize if it's not what you are used to. I'm trying to make it something, right? I'm trying. But, this is supposed to be a round table, not a Tommy table, but it turned into that. So let's get to the Boo This Man Award.
Boo this man!
Okay. The Boo This Man is the whole goddamn offensive line. Really, honestly, it's the whole fucking team. If I had to be real, the whole team deserves a Boo This Man. The whole fucking team. But I'm going to give it to the O-line, right? I'm going to O-line, I guess. O-line gets a Boo This Man. All right. Styling and Profiling Award. You guys should already know who got
Styling and profiling. Woo!
Nobody. Nobody got the Styling and Profiling Award this week. Absolutely nobody. Honestly. Nobody. Who did good in that game? Who stands out last week, guys? Honestly, be real. What, Stephon Diggs? Okay, I guess in the first half, did nothing in the second. Nothing. Who else? Tyler Bass? No. Tyler Bass missed the field goal. Unmakeable. Listen, I know it was long, but there was no wind. It's a 50. Listen, kickers are kicking 60-yard field goals now like it's a 30-yard, like it's a chip shot. No reason to miss that, man. Right? Especially in good conditions. Then he kicks it out of bounds. Gives the Jets the ball at the 40. Okay, he don't get the Styling and Profiling. That's for sure. The defense? No, of course not. Now, mind you, they held him to 20 points, but they let the Jets run all over him. Listen, I like Michael Carter, but he's not a top 10 running back. He's all right. Couldn't stop him. Tackling, terrible. Not gonna get. No one gets an award for that. Nobody made some key tackles. Anybody make any key blitzes? Von Miller, I guess. But we wind up turning the ball over in their very next play, giving up a touchdown. Right? No turnovers to the house, so, no points by the defense. Josh Allen, probably been playing the worst I've seen in the last 2 weeks by Josh Allen. And listen, that's okay. That's going to happen, guys. Like, get it out of your system now. The greatest quarterbacks in the world, they don't have a perfect game every single game. So I'm going to give him a pass, but I can't give him a Style and Profiling. For as tough as he is, he made some really stupid throws, really bad decisions, and that's 2 weeks in a row. I don't know what the hell he's looking at, but he needs to fix that and fix it quickly. We just can't be you cannot turn the ball over like that. That was so critical, guys. We just got the ball back. And he throws an awful threw it right to Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner, listen, I like him, but he didn't do anything special there. Threw it right to him. Did nothing special. Joey, you want to know where championships are won in the trenches? Yeah, 100%, man. That's on Bean, man. I don't know what the hell he's doing, man. Oh my God, basket. Yeah, man. Bro, why are you kicking out of bounds, bro? Like, what? You got one job, bro. You got this big ass field. How are you kicking it out of bounds, bro. Like, I don't understand. I swear to God, when he did that, I'm like, I just had a weird feeling the game we were going to lose. When shit like that happens, you kind of feel it. You're like, this is how the game's going to go. We are going to fucking lose. Super chat coming in, man. Cali Blitz, I know who this is. This is Jack. And Jack, thank you so much, man. $20 donation. I really appreciate that. Man, we are in trouble. Been a Bills fan since 1986. At 10 years old. Just don't see us going to Super Bowl anytime soon if we don't get our shit together. But always dark. Yeah, man. Hey, I've been a fan since 89, the year before he went to the Super Bowl, Jack. And I'm with you, man. I am with you, bro. Like, I suffered so much as a Bills fan. Like, the Super Bowls were tremendous, and it was such a fun ride getting there. And then it was just a train wreck, right? Like, you finally got like there, right? You finally landed, right? And then like, boom, it's over with, and you lose bad. And it's like, we'll get there again, and you get there again. It's the same results. And then the drought years. And it's like you're holding on for hope, and you're going through all these coaches and GMs and players and free agencies and rookies that don't work out, right? Running backs, quarterbacks, receivers, right? We're trading up for players that can't stay healthy, that are bust, right? We finally get a good GM and a good coaching staff in place. And now we can't all of a sudden stay healthy. Players can't stay healthy. The one position we really need bad is the one where we just can't figure out, which is the offensive line. The one position. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. It's the one position. Everything else is fine. Everything else is fine. Everything else is fixable. That's any problems right now. It's all can be fixed. All can be fixed. Listen, Isaiah McKenzie is not the slot receiver that I thought he might become. And I didn't think he was going to be a great slot receiver, but I thought he'd be reliable. Considering the offseason, he played very well in camp, preseason, right? So you would think he would come in sharp. He's been the longest. He's been here the longest as far as receiver goes, and he's just it's just not him, man. I think he's a gadget type receiver, which is fine. I like him still on this team, but he's not the slot. I like Khalil Shakir, but it seems like the coaching staff is not. I don't think they trust him yet. I think they see him as he's just maybe too young. I don't know. I would definitely put him in slot for now. OBJ is interesting. I really want him. I do. I think the Bills should sign him now. Get familiar with the playbook and have him ready by December. Because everybody else, like I said, the only guy that's consistent this season has been Stephon Diggs. Everybody else has been just not consistent at all. At all. Like Gabe Davis is up and down. Like I have no idea what to expect from Gabe Davis week after week. I have no idea. One week I'm thinking, man, this is the next big receiver in the league, right? Potentially. And then next week I'm thinking, man, this guy just can't get it, can't make a catch, can't break loose, right? Can't get open. I don't know. Dropping passes. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on here. But all that's fixable. It is. And all that we're still a deadly team. Listen, I'm telling you guys, we're still a good team. But the offensive line, I don't think it'd be fixed, man. I don't think it'd be fixed, bro. No, Gabe Davis is good, bro. But problem with Gabe Davis is when that contract comes up, I don't know if they're gonna sign him. That O-line has to be the reason for the interception this year. Maybe just seeing ghosts. I don't know about that, about the seeing ghosts thing. Allen's been in the league long enough. He's not like a young quarterback, because that usually happens to younger quarterbacks when they first get in the league. That term comes up. I don't think it's that, man. I just think I think the offensive line is pushing back so much where Allen is maybe trying to force something that's not there, and that's not seeing ghosts. That's more or less trying to make something out of nothing. But I will say the bad throws, though, that has nothing to do with the ghosting. I think Allen is out of sync, man. After the bye, I don't know what happened. And I will say this, and I said it last week. I'm going to be real with you guys, man. All the attention that the Buffalo Bills have been getting, the players, especially the players, Josh Allen, Von Miller, Stephon Diggs, Jordan Poyer, they're all getting like these podcasts and they're all going on TV shows. You know, Josh has the Kyle Brandt thing every week, the basement. And it's cool. It's entertaining when you're winning. Like, I had no problem with it before. But I really wonder, like, now, is it like, man, I hate saying it, but is it affecting them? Right? Are they putting all what they got into football? You know, Deion Dawkins has his own podcast. It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm searching for things, right? Maybe I'm making excuses and I'm just searching for an answer why they're running like flat almost. But if I'm that team, if I'm Von Miller, if I'm Josh Allen, Jordan Poyer, Deion Dawkins, like, I'm scratching all that shit, man. I know you got commitments. I know you agree to these podcasts or whatever the hell you do, but you really want to win a championship. You want to win a Super Bowl. Cut all that shit, in my opinion, man. Cut all that shit. Start fucking taking this shit serious. You know, and I'm not saying they're not taking it serious, but take it to another level of seriousness. Right? Like, where's the Josh that would, like, you know, do everything to win, like play, you know, practice after practice was over, right? Like, go the extra mile to be prepared. And maybe they got all this attention and all this hype. And I think maybe they were feeling themselves a little bit too much. I mean, I don't know. I know I'm searching for things. Maybe I'm wrong. But if I were them, man, I would be like, yo, I'm good. Yeah, exactly, Scott. If I'm them, man, I'm saying, you know what, guys, I'm good, man. I'm good. We're good. We'll do our post game. We'll do our pregame press conference. Everything else is football until we win a Super Bowl. Because all that shit's pointless. Right? It's fun for us as fans to watch. But fuck, I care if we don't win a Super Bowl. I mean, that's true, man. I've been waiting for fucking all my life. You know what I mean? And I could watch Kyle Brandt, the basement with Josh Allen in the offseason after we win a Super Bowl. Give a shit about it now. Could care less. Go win a Super Bowl, man. Stop with the fucking bullshit fucking podcasts and all the bullshit games. Like, what happened to that whole mentality of, like, every game's important and we don't know about who our next opponent is? You know, where's that mentality been the last 2 weeks? Like, I swear it's not there. Really? You can't beat the Jets? Are you fucking kidding me right now? You score 3 points against Green Bay in the second half. Really? Your mind is all there? Are you sure about it? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like I said, guys, maybe I'm fishing for answers. But I think the players are feeling themselves, man. I really do. I think they thought they were the shit going into bye week, and they're underestimating teams, man. I truly believe that. I don't think they're putting everything they got into practice. I don't think the coaching staff is putting everything they got into practice. I think they think like, oh, we got this great quarterback. We got Stephon Diggs, right? We got this hella team. They don't look prepared to me. Maybe now they take it serious. I don't know. Maybe now they take it serious. Because shit got real now, bro. Shit got real fucking real quick. We are 6-2. That's still a very good record. But that shit could be really fast, 6-5. Really fast. And then we're talking about shit. Are we even making the playoffs? These are all facts. Players, they better get their shit right. Frustrating. Anyways, back to the AFC East show. Whoa, man. Trevor won. What do you feel about that? No, they're not here. Captain D, how you feel? Feeling good about your Dolphins? No, Captain D. Oh, Jets guy. Question guy, Mark. Question mark, Jets. How you feel about your Jets beating the Buffalo Bills? No. Okay. All right. On to week 10. Browns versus Dolphins. I'll go ahead and give you my prediction right there. Browns are a bad football team. Chubb is a really good running back. That's really all they got. The quarterback situation obviously is a mess, and that's because the Browns owner and GM are should I use that word? I'm sorry, are idiots, and they put themselves in this predicament, this spot. And the Dolphins are, let's be honest with you guys. Let's be honest. They are on a roll since Tua came back. I'm not going to listen. I hate the Dolphins, but I'm not going to also sit here and lie and just say they suck. And it's guess who they're going against. Like, listen, they got some deadly weapons. They do. Hill's a really good player. Waddle's a very good player. And Tua has been playing much better than I thought he was going to play this season. I got to give credit where credit is due. And they're going to beat the Browns. They're playing in Miami, right? The Dolphins are playing very good football, not defensively, but offensively. And the Browns just are not a good team. And I just don't see the Browns getting enough points on offense to beat the Dolphins. So I'm going to say Dolphins 35, Browns 24. 35-24, still butt whipping. Hopefully they get their head out of their asses and start playing some damn football. Yeah, I really hope. We're going to listen. We will find out this Sunday where this team is headed, because I listen. I don't make excuses when I come on here. I just say facts, and I say why we won, why we lost, what I didn't like, what I like, whatever. But the players have to eventually look themselves in the mirror and say the same thing. Like, what is going on? Why are we playing this way? Right? I can't stand this excuse where it's like, I think Deion Dawkins is like, oh, every team's a good team. You can get beat by any NFL team any week. Okay, Deion. But we are a fucking better team than the Jets. Stop with that. It can happen anyway. Okay, yeah, sure, it can, but not if you fucking play up to your potential, how you're supposed to play. And then, no, we should not lose to the Jets. You should beat the Jets if you do everything that is correct on the field and not turn the ball over, not call stupid penalties on important drives, not kicking the ball out of bounds, not missing field goals before the halftime. You don't lose that game. Not throwing an interception in the red zone. That's all on Buffalo. That has nothing to do with the Jets. That is all on us. So stop with that. Any given Sunday football team, that's what they get paid for. They're just like us. Stop it. If you play right, you will win. We have the better team. We have the better roster. God, I just hate that. There was nothing the Jets did that beat the Buffalo Bills last Sunday. I'm sorry. If you're a Jets fan, you're watching, you can hate on me all you want. There's nothing you guys did that stood out to me and said, wow, you know what? Boy, Zach Wilson, he's impressive. He was throwing some fucking bombs. Like, no, he wasn't. He did not look good. It's not like Michael Carter is Barry Sanders. He ran for 85. He didn't do that great. Right? The interceptions were thrown right to them. So it wasn't like they're deep. Like, listen, I like Sauce Gardner. I think Sauce Gardner is going to be good, real good in seasons to come. But Josh Allen threw the goddamn ball right to him. He didn't do nothing. He did nothing special. There was nothing special. Josh Allen totally whiffed there. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. The first interception in the red zone, Josh Allen thought when Dawson Knox broke that the edge, he didn't see the corner creeping up, or I think it was a safety, on Allen. He thought the edge just stayed put. Bro, and he threw such a lazy-ass pass, too. Lazy-ass soft pass. Bro, I don't, like, that's what I say. Guys, I don't know what he's looking at. But, like, plays like that is the reason why we lost that game. I don't want to hear the Jets did something special. It did nothing special. Zero, zip, zilch. Honestly, their defensive lines, listen, I'll give their defensive line credit. I thought they got after us, but how great are they? Our offensive line is freaking awful. Every defensive line looks like that against the Buffalo Bills offensive line. They're not that special. I'm sorry. Every defensive line plays great against our offensive line. Name one game where offensive line's just, manhandling the defensive line. Name one game this season that the Buffalo Bills offensive line just manhandled a defensive line. And all the games we play, none. They all look great. So stop. Stop it. I don't want to hear that crap. I'm tired of it. Ugh. Anyways, Vikings versus Bills in Buffalo. Josh Allen is going to start, guys. He is. Matt Barkley was not called up from the practice squad. That indicates everything. Unless they dress Josh Allen but don't start him and use him as a backup. I've seen it before. I think it was not us, but the Dolphins did it with Teddy Bridgewater a few weeks ago. Or about 3 weeks ago, when they had their rookie starting and Bridgewater was hurt with the concussion, but he cleared, but he didn't start. And then their rookie got hurt and Bridgewater came in and finished the game. They won the game. Very possible, but I have a feeling Josh Allen's going to start. But I'm just throwing that out there for you guys. I wouldn't be like totally shocked either if Keenum winds up starting and Josh Allen is the backup in case Keenum gets hurt. Because Allen may be just okay enough if, God forbid, Keenum goes down instead of Barkley. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Allen starts, but you never know. You never know. And I will say this too. If we are up and we are in control of that game, maybe then you do take Allen out a little earlier than what you would instead of keeping him in there all 4 quarters. Just throwing that out there as well, okay? And maybe you do try to run a little bit more and see if the offensive line can do anything good out there to maybe get Singletary and those running backs going. James Cook. I don't know. Frazier, not a head coach for a reason. I think Frazier is a head. I think Frazier does, but I will say this about Frazier. Frazier is a lot like Brian Dable. He is very, very stubborn when it comes to his defense, just like Brian Dable is very stubborn when it comes to the offense. He will not get out of that zone, bro. He will not for the life of him. Listen, last week against the goddamn Jets, you saw the stats on Zach Wilson. You saw when under pressure, when the Bills brought pressure, his stats were terrible. And when we didn't, they were pretty good. They weren't great, but they were good. Why are you playing a fucking zone against Zach fucking Wilson? He has no receivers. You really have nobody. Why aren't you bringing pressure and blitzes on Zach Wilson? What are you doing? Whenever we did it, we had a fumble. I don't understand sometimes why he gets so caught up in that soft zone. I fucking can't stand it. It's okay against certain teams. I get it. You're going against, let's say, the Dolphins. You don't want them to beat you deep, big plays, you know. I get that. I'll take that. I totally understand that. But when you're playing a team like the fucking Jets, who have no receivers, when you're playing a team like the Green Bay Packers, who's no receivers at that time, none, why aren't you bringing pressure? Like, I don't get it. Why are you only bringing 4? Why? Why don't you bring more linebacker blitz? I don't get it, man. Like, that's the only part that bothers the hell out of me about Frazier. But I do believe I still believe he's worthy of a head coach position. I just think he's very stubborn. And also, Sean McDermott is to blame as well. Sean McDermott is a defensive coach, guys. Don't just point the finger at Frazier. Because you remember a few years back, McDermott had no problem taking over defensive play calling for a couple games. If you guys remember, that was like 3 years ago, 2-3 seasons ago. You don't think McDermott is fine with the play calls apparently on defense? So don't point the finger all at Frazier. McDermott has control on that defense. He's a defensive head coach. So I don't want to hear about it's all on Frazier. Just saying. McDermott's leading up to these games, McDermott sure as hell fine with the play calls. Right? He's fine with the scheme. Just saying. Don't point it all at Frazier, bro. I don't think it's all Frazier, man. I think McDermott's just as blame. Oh, look at the test game. 3rd and 18. He had a chance to get better coach, but he just won't change anything. It's going to be the death of it. Yeah, I know, man. I hope it does change. But look what Frazier did bring to Frazier's credit, at least in the game against the Chiefs this season. He did bring the pressure against Mahomes on that, I believe it was the 3rd down on that turnover, 2nd or 3rd down, on the pick. He brought in Milano. I think he brought in Vaughn at the blitz, and then Milano was after him as well. So you got to give him credit there. And he also brought a little bit more pressure in the second half against Mahomes. Just saying. But yeah, man, like I said, him and McDermott have to stop that. It's all about who you play. Honestly, it's all about matchup. You cannot have going every game going, hey, we're going to play soft zone. We're going to play soft zone. Every game, that's who we are. Soft zone. So we're bringing 4, no matter. That's it. Like you can't. There's certain games you got to rush the court. You got to bring a little extra. Certain quarterbacks don't play as well under pressure. These are just facts. These are stats. They don't look at the stats. Like if I can look at them, you don't think Frazier and McDermott look at them? Of course they do. Right? Zach Wilson's numbers are terrible when pressured. So you don't bring any pressure? Why? What the fuck? What are you doing? You see that his stats are awful when he's under pressure. So you bring no pressure. What? Right? Like, it's like when we go against a team that's bad, again, the run, the worst rushing defense in the league, and we fucking rush the ball 5 times. Like, that's Dable, right? Same shit. 100-mile-per-hour winds, Dable's throwing it fucking 70 times. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna give you my score prediction here. I say Josh Allen starts, which I believe he will. At home, the Vikings definitely going to get a touchdown. We've been giving up around 17 to 20 points lately. So I'm going to say the Bills 33, Vikings 17. 33-17, Bills win if Josh Allen starts. If Josh Allen doesn't start, in this case Keenum, we're looking at a totally different game. I still think the Bills can win. And I would say 21-17. Totally different game with Keenum in there. Totally different game. So that's my score prediction. And rant of the week, I'm going to get to right now, guys. And then I will be coming back on at 8:30.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me.
Oh, man. Exactly. Okay, so my rant of the week real quick. And I've done this rant before. Done it before. And I'm sure you guys heard me say it. The fucking trolls that come on my goddamn channel. And I'm sure they go, listen, they're not just picking on my channel, I'm sure they go on, and I'm sure some Bills Mafia goes on, there's some Bills Mafia trolls out there as well. But yeah, I mean, I can't take it with these people, man. I fucking hate, listen, I had these Jets guys in here. Some of them were all right post game. And mind you, I do post game because win or lose, it don't matter. I'm going to fucking come on here. I'm going to tell you what I like, what I didn't like. It is what it is, right? I ain't on here doing excuses. This isn't fucking, here's an excuse. If I came on after a loss and I'm like, if Matt Milano were to play, no way the Jets beat us. That's an excuse. Not saying that. I come on here, I tell you what I like, what I didn't like. That's nothing to do with excuses. And I hate when these trolls come in the fucking chat from other teams and they fucking want to rant and talk shit. And like, once again, fine. You want to come in? Hey, man, the Jets won. I could take that, and that's cool. I personally want to do it, but fine. If you want to do it. But if you're coming in just trolling, talking mad shit, makes no sense because I'll get right back at you. And y'all just fucking lost to the Patriots, who just lost to the Bears. Y'all still in fucking second place. Y'all still ain't better record than us. Even if you beat us, this ain't the Super Bowl. We got a long season to go. But if that's what makes y'all happy, all right. Means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. That goes for every fucking stupid sports fan that go out there talking mad shit. By the way, why the fuck? I don't understand that. Why the fuck would you go on someone else's network? Just, I don't get it. Like, I don't give a fuck. Listen, I don't care. I would never go on. I don't care about what the fuck the Dolphins are doing. I don't give a two shits. And I'm not going to sit there for an hour and hear some fucking Dolphin podcast guy talk about Tua. Could give two shits about him. So I can't. It's unbelievable. These guys come in my chat and like hear me talk Buffalo Bills talk. But hey, more power to you, I guess, bro. But you guys are fucking clowns, man. I'm sorry. Like I said, a good debate. I'm always up for it, man. And by the way, most of these guys that come in here, these fucking trolls, they don't even know their team. They know very few players. They probably they barely watch their team. I'm going to be dead honest with you guys. They're just trying to be fucking smartasses. Anyways, guys, that was my rant of the week. I don't know if it's a rant. Just get these fucking people out of my chat. Anyways, I will be back here at 8:30 to do Backdoor Bills Talk. By the way, Backdoor Bills Talk is moving to Monday nights after tonight at 7, I believe. And hopefully that sticks because I can't keep changing my podcast around, guys. I'm sorry, man. Listen, guys, once again, I am sorry. I try to give you guys the best content. I try my best to get you guys on here and listen to not just me, but Mikey, to Jason, to Mafia Means Family podcast. By the way, that's a new podcast I got going on. That's a video recording, but they will be going live soon. But I'm having them start doing videos to start. I also got the Nuclear Heat Wave Wrestling podcast. They've been great. The Rally Towel guys are great. But it's just been a rough season, man. It has been. A lot of no-shows. People can't make shows. People are sick. You know, some things are out of people's control, like hurricanes. It's not Captain D's fault that happened. Girlfriends. I don't know if that's I'm not sure if girlfriends fall in a category, but apparently they do. Vacations, you name it. I just had bad luck with people just being reliable on here. But I'm here. I'm trying, guys, and just stick with me. I promise this shit gets better. Promise you, man. I will make this shit better. I don't give a fuck what I got. If I gotta come on here and fucking do it myself, you know I will. But anyways, guys, I'll see you at 8:30. I'll see you very soon. Bills Mafia #1. Go Bills. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
See, Peter, he's too fast.
You gotta tackle me. It's B. You gotta press B.
I'm pressing B. He's too fast.
Going over here? Going over here now? Never